the shark bait has such...
In Alabama, it's illegal to sell any device designed as useful primarily for the stimulation of human genital organs.
Boo.
And it was passed in 1998. Doesn't that sound like an 1850 rule?
Yeah, we're not talking about like wooden dildos.
Right. By 1998, dildos were pretty good.
Yeah,
or anything else to stimulate your human genitals.
They had real dolls by then.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the hookers in Alabama were unhappy about that. And
they'd have some pull.
They got a grassroots movement, and they didn't want that happening because I can't think the hookers in Alabama cost very much. What do you think?
I think I can afford a couple.
Maybe we should make a road trip down there. Okay, folks, welcome to episode 66. Coincidentally, that's the number, but that's the title also. It's the title because they tell us you're not supposed to number your episodes. You're supposed to name them. So this is called episode 66. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't remember if we talked about this or not. I looked this up. Only 12% of all podcasts make it to 50. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And if we can make it to 100, that would be like a top 6.4%.
Wow.
And all that means is we're stupid because we keep doing it.
It
doesn't mean we're any good. but I will tell you, if you're watching this in 2054, we are funny, we are popular, and you're happy to be watching us. If it's 2024, you're probably not watching. So there we go with that.
Right.
But we are the hardest working podcast in 4 states. The tri-state area, of course, which is Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia. And then McElmont gave us North Carolina. So, we're in 4 states.
Right.
And we are the patron podcast of the Auto Brewery Syndrome, Provocatively Dressed Catholics, and Midgets from the Mideast.
That's right.
Now, do you think any midgets from the Mideast are tuning in? We need to tap that market.
What do we have any? Maybe we have some Catholic midgets.
But are they provocatively dressed? Because the way we've titled that, if you're just a midget Catholic, you either have to. Not that we would, delete them.
Yeah, we wouldn't discourage it.
No, we wouldn't. But we would ask them to either dress provocatively or move to the Mideast. I guess that would be best, right? Okay. Today, I'm trying to do this like a real podcast.
Right.
This is what they tell us to do.
Right.
And segment 2, I have a crazy story about when I was in college. Then we have 4 facts of the week. Then it's the movie and the music game, and you want to stay tuned because we want to see if Tiny and Paul G can keep their undefeated streak on the music game. Still going from the start of the music game.
Mm-hmm.
I got a quick argy-bargy that I'm guessing every one of you has been pissed off about at some point in your life. We are doing a weird, not that weird, but our chili segment is women from Mom, but he's doing the actresses and I'm doing the actual characters.
Oh, that's the spin.
I told you that. Did you forget?
I forgot.
I thought you were just playing along. You really forgot, though, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I asked him if he ever watched Mom, and he said no. So I said, I'll do the characters, and he does the actresses.
That rings a bell.
Yeah. Okay. And I know most of you still won't be with us by this time, but you should be because Samurai Chatter, I got a twist there, too, for you.
Nice.
It's Would You Rather, and it's non-sexual, but it's a little different than anything we've ever done before. Gotcha. And I may start going with it a little more often because I'm a pretty fucking clever guy. All right. This week I did go to a seminar.
There it is.
And it was entitled Pittsburgh, City of Poetry.
Oh, boy.
Are you into poetry at all?
Not at all. Music is the closest thing I get to poetry.
Okay. I even tried a couple of times to get into poetry. I don't understand it. When in high school they asked us to write a poem, I couldn't do it.
I had to write a haiku, and I remember
did you?
those.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Had to be so many syllables.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I had to find some obsolete book and just copy. Because I really don't understand it. So I figured, okay, we got to get some frickin' idiot doing this seminar, which I usually have.
Right.
I usually have plenty of fuel for my fire.
Right.
This presenter, Dr. Jake, 30 years old. He's intelligent. He's well-spoken. He's good-looking. And he's normal. Like he said, he likes to play hoops.
Oh.
I mean...
Well, that doesn't help the show.
No, it's horrible. It was my worst nightmare. I go to the seminar to find bullshit, and this guy is like perfect.
Oh,
like
boo.
I wanted him to be my friend. However, hang in there with me, folks. I still got some things.
Oh, nice.
Okay, first of all, a lot of people feel like poetry like we do. There were 23 people in attendance.
Oh.
When it's that few, I have time to count every one.
Okay.
So there were 23 people. And at the very beginning, he just became in charge of the, I think it's the Pittsburgh International Poetry Forum or something like that.
Boy.
And apparently in the poetry, it's been a big thing, and they were gone it was not for a while, but now it is again.
Gotcha.
So he asked in the crowd, all 23 of us, has anyone seen a poetry forum event? And then one lady puts up her hand, and he said, great. And she said, yeah, I went to see Archibald MacLeish, but he died right before it started. Okay. That was
poor Archie.
Yeah, Archie. And like we're supposed to know,
Yeah,
Archibald MacLeish. Look him up. He must be a hell of a poet. While I looked back to see this lady was sitting way in the back, and I tell you, I sit in the front.
Right.
Way in the back. One lady was already sleeping. And then, as I say every time I go to this, a lady comes down and tells us to shut off our phones. 3 different phones went off during this.
Good
and one lady who sat near me, her phone went off 9 times. Count them 9.
Come on.
I don't exaggerate.
First of all, who's there that's that important for a 9?
Oh.
In what, 90 minutes?
And then, oh no, this was way less. 90 minutes are the real long ones. I think they tell them to do a little less than an hour. And this guy even finished quick because he had a long question and answer thing at the end. And I stayed for a while until that same lady, her phone went off 9 times. She put up her hand and she wanted to read her own poem.
Oh, no.
Oh, I got the fuck out of there. I was done. I said, you can't shut your phone off, but you're writing damn poetry
Seriously?
that you want us to hear? I said, no. And I sit in the front, so I had to run out of there because I didn't want to hear one fucking sentence.
I hope she saw you leave on that. No.
Well, I don't know if she could see. I don't know. And I don't know. I think the lady behind her had woken up, but I'm not sure. She might have been back to sleep by then. Okay, but yeah, I must admit I was disappointed that the guy was young and smart and good looking and all that shit. I said, damn, I thought I'd have some lady like 90 that would fall off the stage or some shit. You know, it makes for better podcast material. Mm-hmm. You don't want to hear about something that seemed normal. So I have some more stuff here for you. Okay. This comes from New Scientist magazine.
There we go.
And this does not include your 4 facts that are coming up later. But this is something you want to know. This was the first sentence of the article. When worms ball up together to protect themselves against predators, leeches can still pick them off using a special death spiral.
That's That'd be a good finishing move in wrestling.
It would be great.
He just hit him with the death spiral.
Oh, it would. But now I want you to know and you to know that not all leeches can do this. Only the Helabdella leech can do this. But now, okay. When you read studies and then it becomes a theorem and a fact and all that, they put some worms and leeches, the Helabdella leech apparently, and they must have had other leeches in other petri dishes because they must have really sucked. But okay, this entire study, there were 36 attacks and 18 worked. Aren't you supposed to do more than 36?
Yeah, wait a minute.
What kind of scientist declares a fact because he did 36?
Just go with it.
I mean, you could flip a coin and it could come up 22 heads, and you could say, "Hey, heads came up way more than tails, 36 fucking times." Right. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that either.
Okay,
maybe I should have saved that for Argy Bargy.
Yeah. Or maybe we should run our own experiment.
Of anything. I think we should. About what we're drinking, and we'll come up with something.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Am I here already?
Wow.
Yeah, I guess I am. All right. Even though it wasn't quite my turn, we haven't talked about it, and there's really no rules to this. I have a new living legend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And those of you that watch this, you know how we do it. I have this yellow sheet of paper, and this was everybody that's made it. And if you can't read on here, you can go to our website. And matter of fact, I was supposed to say that first. I'll get back to that. Our website does have the list of all the living legends. Then we got to sheet number 2, and I'm bringing it down again. All these people.
Big reveal.
And it gets down to Clayton G. Clayton G is our latest living legend. And I will say he watches every one of these, and he actually listens. Like a couple times. I should really just call him a few times. I'm not sure if we talked about something before, and I go to text you, and I think there's no way you fucking know if we talked about something before. What do you think the chances would be?
Oh, listen, people ask me about stuff from the previous week, and I'm like, did we say that? I don't know.
One of our other living legends, he watches like on Tuesday or Wednesday, and he'll be commenting the same way, and I'm thinking, what the fuck's this guy talking about?
Yeah. And I mean, when I'm editing, I watch the entire show again, and I still like.
Oh, I watch it twice. I usually watch it twice. I always watch it when it first comes on. I usually try to watch it again.
Okay.
To try to pick up some pointers, and as you can tell, I don't get any frickin' better. So I don't know if it helps me at all. But no, Clayton watches. He listens. As a matter of fact, I think we forgot to mention. I think a few weeks ago. He went 5 for, wasn't it him that went 5 for 5?
I think
and
so.
we didn't give him his due on that, right?
No, I think that was
because that's
double.
I think that was, you were supposed to say it and you'd fucking didn't do it.
No, I think that was a double episode week, wasn't it?
So?
Well, I got a lot going on right there.
But let's see, I don't even know if you know this. With the addition of Clayton G, it's our second brother-sister combo.
Whoa.
As living legends. How about that? Yeah. And to make it even crazier, Clayton G, he dated one of our living legends for a while.
Wow.
How about that?
Man.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Close-knit family.
So anyway, Clayton G, thank you very much. Now, here I'm out of space on these yellow sheets. Now, I don't have a lot more to... And obviously you don't, because you haven't nominated anyone for a while. I have one other person that's in my mind. But now that I'm out of as you know, I've gone to cardstock. So I think the next person that becomes a living legend, or the next 8, I think they're going to get special treatment, because I think I'm going to start using the cardstock with that too.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that?
I like it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we need to figure out a way we can display that maybe in the background or something.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the setup the way it is now.
Me too. And I'd have a real sign that's a kangaroo crossing. Did I tell you that? Is there a way it's from Australia, and it's a real sign. Is there a way we can put that up?
I'm sure we could make it work somehow.
You say that, but I never see any progress from you. Speaking of lack of progress from him, this is episode 66. We do one a week. For the first time last week, I went to Tiny's basement, which is... Well, the steps are about here in the cathedral. They're about, what's that, 25 feet?
Maybe.
Yeah. And then you got to go down steps. And what do you have, 40,000 albums down there?
Give or take, yeah.
It is the biggest fucking mess you've ever seen. We thought it was going to be nice and organized. There's just shit laying everywhere.
That's not true.
That is true.
No, I knew where everything was.
That shit laying on the floor?
Well, that stuff, that's garbage. There's a lot of well, there's a word for it, but when you have there's a lot of stuff you throw away, because when you're buying records, you only want a couple and you don't care about the rest of it. So a lot of it you throw away.
Okay. All I got to tell you people is if you want someone to come in and help you downsize your house, he is not the person to talk to. Okay, let's move on. Clayton G, congratulations.
Small fortune down in that.
Oh, there is, but you won't know how to fucking make it into a small fortune. Right now, it is the biggest deficit I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't know how much you spent on all that shit, but
too much.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Okay, real quick to our website. We're done with the dive bar food, your favorite foods, and wings won so easily. And there were a bunch tied for second that I'm not going to go into it. So apparently, if you go to a dive bar, get the wings because that's what everybody else gets. And the dive bar, we used to hang out. We really like those wings. So.
Yes. We switched nights because of it.
We did. We did.
We switched it.
Absolutely. Those wings were good.
Yes.
Maybe we should go back.
Yeah.
But our new pick three is your favorite 3 comedy movies. And I think we should get a bigger response here, don't you? Because everybody has 3 favorite movies that are comedies.
I gave you quite a few.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
I do things on time for once.
You do what I mean. But why? It's pick 3. It's not. Pick your favorite 10. He gave us 10 last night. I just put, and it didn't take you long. I'll say that for you. I didn't send that out to you guys till last night at about 8. Mm-hmm. And at 8:30, I see your top 10 on a pick 3.
I just have to reemphasize how well versed I am. I got a lot going on.
For those others of you that are well versed, pick 2 or 3 different times. It'll make it look like we're more popular, right? Okay, but no, I think everyone does have 3 of those. So go to our website and pick those 3. And while you're getting to the pick 3, you'll see plenty of photos of me. I'm sure that'll make you happy. All right, couple more things. This week, my life was dominated by the fact that this guy was in town. He's doing a documentary about my brother. Mm-hmm. And my brother's not a real famous person, but he's done a few things in basketball and otherwise that gave him a level of fame. He's been dead for quite a while, so but he made he influenced this guy, and the guy's we're gonna have him on someday. He's a B-list celebrity in Hollywood. That's what I call him. Nice. And he directs certain shows and stuff like that. And so he's doing this totally on his own. Yep. So first of all, I was supposed to be on there Wednesday. Then Monday night late. Oh, hey, there's been a change. You're not on Monday. I'm not on Tuesday. And then it changed from well, no, that's right. First I was on Tuesday, but it was later. Mm-hmm. And then they changed that. And then they changed the time Wednesday. But I guess that's the way shit goes. And I had blocked off the 3 days, so I was prepared for that. What I wasn't prepared for, there's a little more prep than what me and you do. I'm shocked. Not only is the guy, I was not shocked, but I was a little surprised at all the. Okay, there were 2 guys that did like lighting and background, and there's a boom mic here. Yet there's still a mic on my underneath my shirt. Wow. And camera angles and on all this shit. And you'd get there, and it still wouldn't start for 45 minutes because they had to get that exactly right. Sure. So I did appreciate their professionalism. And then there's stuff like. Okay, you don't look at the camera. Oh, now that's exactly what we do here. Yeah. Well, this dude would ask me questions, and I would start looking at the camera, and I was supposed to look at him. Oh, okay. But that was hard to get used to. Yeah. And then the other thing was hard to get used to. He would ask me questions, but they don't. When the documentary comes out, you don't hear him. So if he says, hey, did you like this? And I say, yeah, that's no good. You have to restate everything because he wants me to talk about what he asked, but it's not like they heard him say anything. Right. So I had to do that. Okay. And, I had to sit still. Oh, Jesus. That's tough for me. I had a swivel chair. Oh, no. And I wanted to do this. And they had to keep saying no. And then we had to stop, I think, 3 times because one time I was stomping my foot, or another time I had it against the chair and I had to sit real still. And also, this was in the city of Pittsburgh. Okay. If a truck came by, and it was on a hill, so when the trucks came by, we had to stop right there, like in mid-sentence. Then I had to go back. Wait till, geez. Yeah. So you should have
come to the cathedral.
Maybe we should have. Yeah. Maybe we should have. So I appreciate all the work this guy's doing. Where it's going to be, who knows? It depends on. He's an independent guy, and it depends on who he sells it to. Unfortunately, I think the main emphasis is going to be on the one part of I know my brother well. I live with him as an adult. That it's the one part of his life that I wasn't that interested in. It was I don't even know if you know this. He had a big fight with the NCAA where all the stuff is coming through now, like players getting paid and all that stuff. He was doing this in the 80s.
I didn't know this till your book. That was how I first heard about all. I didn't know all that, and I'm fascinated by that.
Okay,
That's dominated the landscape for me since college.
Well,
so.
He's kind of the one that started all this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I just didn't have that much interest in it. So I think that's the emphasis of the thing. So when it came down to the questions he really wanted me to answer, although, okay, just so you know, even though you don't want to, I was in the chair 2 hours on Wednesday night, 5 hours yesterday.
Holy shit.
5 hours.
So, okay. So, well, wait a minute. Okay. So he asked, I'm confused now.
Boy, that's a shock.
So only questions about that? You didn't have to get into history stuff?
No. I did. Hell, he asked me about my grandfather coming over from Italy, and I answered what I knew, and then he asked me about my father, obviously.
Yeah.
And then we got into our childhood and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But then I just had the feeling, and we talked about running basketball camps together and all that kind of thing. And I thought that was going to be the emphasis. So I thought my funny stories were going to be the main thing, but I don't know how he's going to go with this. But
you sure you're allowed to talk about this?
Maybe not.
We're exclusive footage here.
Yeah, we are. Okay.
So do you think
maybe I should stop?
Do you think? Well, here, I can stay away from that. Do you think?
No, go ahead.
Think what you learned there will make this a better podcast?
Yeah. I think we should fire you, and I need lighting guys and shit like that. Oh,
angles.
But you know what? I forgot to get, and they even said they had an extra one. We started with the old. Click.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And I said, that's what we need. And then I fucking, I got to find this guy because he said, oh, no, I have him. You can have one.
That would have been great.
Yeah. Although I learned something about that. Are we okay on time?
22.
Shit. I'll talk about that next week because the reason they have those is not the reason you think.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because I have one last thing. For those of you that remember our Bigfoot story years ago or last year. The Saturday, September 21st. I'm sorry. I can't even read my own damn shit. Saturday, September 21st is the Bigfoot bus tour.
Oh, is that the West Virginia thing?
No, it's in Derry, PA.
Oh.
In Westmoreland County. So if you're interested in that, yeah, it's a 1 hour tour.
Okay. Because, I saw, what's coming up again? FatCon.
Is it?
In October.
Oh, wow. Did you read this or you just remember from last year?
From last year, yeah.
Do we know that FatCon happens every year?
No. Or it probably happens every year. Does it happen in the same place? I don't know. Okay.
All right. Well, we'll let you in on that. When FatCon.
Derry, PA.
Derry, PA. You're familiar with Derry? I know it's in Westmoreland County.
That's from, I think of Stephen King with that. From It. Wasn't It from Derry?
I don't not Derry, PA, was it?
I think it's just from Derry.
No, I think that's the section where you buy your milk and cheese. That's from Derry. Okay. Do you have anything? No. I didn't really mean to go this long.
No, that's all right.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. I have a story about something that happened to me pretty crazy in college. It really wasn't a college story, but it happened to me in that era. That's coming up. Welcome back. Episode 66. That's the title and the number of Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. Oh, I'll forget this. That's Tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh.
Don't look at the camera.
Oh, yeah. Let's look over here. What I'm going to tell you is something that happened to me that, well, you tell me at the end. I'll ask you and I'll say awesome. I think it's fairly unique. I don't think many people this has happened to. I go down, it's the spring of 1974, and I'm going to Kent State, and me and three buddies decide to go to Florida for spring break. But we don't go to the normal place. Why? Because we're broke. And my one buddy who does watch this show, believe it or not, out of these three buddies, one watches the show, one doesn't know how to work his computer, and one's dead. So I guess that's about par for the course.
That sounds like our people.
Exactly. So we go to stay in Orlando because the guy that watches, he has a friend that manages a hotel, a high rise in Orlando, and we get a free room.
Nice.
Real nice. It wasn't a normal place where college students went, but we're in Florida. We're getting drunk as hell, and we're going to strip clubs every night.
Nice.
We went to a fancy one a time or two. Then we run out of money. Then we went to some pretty shit strip clubs there. Mm-hmm. But anyway,
I can relate to both.
Mm-hmm. Pretty nice. Pool during the day, drinking almost all day, and then at night strip club, and then we come home.
Awesome.
But I had a couple that I had met and become friends with, and they lived. Okay, we were staying in Orlando. They lived in Lakeland,
okay,
which is about an hour's drive from there. A little more than, I think it's 56 miles, but I think it said 70 minutes to get. I had to look that up because I couldn't remember. Mm-hmm. I decided I'm going to go visit them. My thought was, first of all, I like them very much, but I'm running out of money. Here, I can go down, stay with them for 2 or 3 days. I'll get good meals instead. I mean, we were eating, McDonald's every day or whatever we could find.
Yeah.
And I'll go down there, spend some time with them, and then I'll come back.
Sure.
So I tell my buddies, hey, I'll be back in 2-3 days. I don't know.
Yep.
So I thumb down there.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I used to thumb a lot back then.
Wow.
I thumbed down there, and I think I left at 3. I think I was down there by 5.
Really?
And, well, it's kind of a straight shot if you can get a ride. It depends on how quickly you can get a ride, obviously.
Yeah.
But, and I know people that are watching now, like, back then thumbing was kind of normal, and you got picked up because it was normal.
Right.
So a trucker took me down there.
Nice.
And Lakeland, Florida happens to be the home of the Detroit Tigers spring training.
I knew that.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So I got to the ballpark, and I forget who they were playing that night. And I called at 5 o'clock. I didn't even know their number. I had to look up in a phone book.
Jeez.
Yeah, I had no change of clothes, no nothing. I didn't even remember that. But then as I went through the story, I thought, no, I didn't have that. So I call them at 5. I watch a little batting practice. I call them at 6. I call them right when the game's supposed to start, 7. I wait till about the 4th, 5th inning, 8 o'clock.
Oh, no.
No answer all these times. Now the game's over at 9:30. Yeah. I call them again. No answer. I said, this is a couple with a kid. I didn't think those people went on vacation. Apparently they did. So now I'm in Lakeland, Florida. It's 9:30 at night. And I don't have a place to stay. I have no extra anything. I would have had very, very little money because I didn't have any money back then.
Sure, yeah.
So now I have to get back to Orlando, I guess. So right outside the park, I stick out my thumb. It was a few miles to get to the highway. Mm-hmm. Guy picks me up pretty quick, and I tell him, he introduced himself. I introduced myself, and I tell him where I'm going. He says, hey, you want a drink before you get on your journey? I said, yeah, hell yeah. So he pulls in. He says, I have a bottle in the back. He pulls into a 7-Eleven. He buys like 2 cans of pop.
Yeah.
And he hands them to me. And then we're going down the road, and he turns into this orange grove.
Oh, no.
And we're go back about 1.5 miles into this orange grove, and I am positive he's going to murder me.
Yeah.
And, okay, you think of weird things when you think you're going to get murdered. I was more scared not of getting murdered that I told my friends I'd be back in 2 or 3 days. I said, no one's even going to look for my damn body for 2 or 3 days.
And you're an hour from where you're supposed to be.
Yeah. So. Oh, no one's going to know.
Yeah.
So that was what.
And you're a dude, so no one's going to give a shit.
Right. Exactly. Another body in Florida who gives a shit. Yeah, exactly. So he goes back this thing, and then I have to come up with a plan. And okay, he says, the bottle's in the back in the trunk. So I think, okay, he has a gun back there and he's going to kill me.
Yeah.
But I have the cans of pop, and I said, I'm going to come back with you. So my plan was, as soon as I saw the gun, cold cock him with a can of pop
There you go.
on his temple, throw him in the trunk.
Oh.
Hopefully I can get the keys. If not, I'm just going to run the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
It was scary. It was dark. There's no lights in an orange grove.
Jesus.
And the guy like has to go way up, and he reaches for it, and I'm ready. I mean, I'm clenched, and he pulls a bottle out, and all of a sudden I thought, man, this guy's picked me up, and he's done everything he said he was going to do, and we're going to have a drink.
Right.
Oh, okay. So now
Oh,
I'm thinking, thank God. We get back in the car, and you have to drink a little out of the thing so you can pour booze.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Yeah, we've all done that,
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
And that's what I did. And I thought, oh, man, this is pretty nice. All of a sudden, I have shorts on, obviously, and I'm in Florida. He reaches his hand over and says, oh, it's kind of cold here, but warm.
Yeah.
Did you know it?
Oh.
I didn't see it coming.
Hey-o.
Yeah, I thought he was going to murder me. He wanted to fuck me. No, I was happy of those two. That would have been the one I chose. But believe it or not, I wasn't very mature then, but I took the high road and I said, look, I can't remember his name now, but I said, I appreciate your lifestyle, but that's not me. How about if we just finish the drink and can you take me to the truck stop on the, and he said, yeah, okay. So we did. We had
ended amicably.
Yeah, very amicably.
Wow.
And he took me to the truck stop.
Yeah.
And we said goodbye nice. And I find a ride from a trucker to get to Orlando. Now I'm guessing we're about 11:30 then.
Okay.
And like I said, it's about an hour away.
Good Lord.
It could have been midnight, but anyway, I'd say 11:30. So we get Orlando about 12:30. But in all fairness to the trucker, he has to keep going. He's not. So he drops me off on the highway. Now we were staying in a hotel that was a high rise. We were on the 11th floor.
Okay.
But I could see it.
Oh,
so I said,
there you
okay.
go.
It was probably about 3 miles away, but I was in good shape back then. I'm going to jog to the next exit because he had to go this way. I saw it. I'm going to jog to the next exit and then I'll be there. Something else happened, by the way.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm jogging along the highway, and the police come by and put a damn spotlight on me, and they have the loudspeaker. You're not allowed, pedestrians are not allowed on this road. Get off immediately. And I tried to explain myself.
Right.
They didn't want to hear it. I kept jogging a little bit more. We're going to put you in and take you to jail if you don't get off of here.
Where are you supposed to go?
Thank you. I thought when I saw him, I thought I was kind of happy. I thought, okay, I'll get in the cop car. They'll take me to the next exit, and I'm good. It's
Right.
like a couple miles.
Yeah.
They just said they didn't want to hear any of that.
Jesus.
So I have to go down this big hill. I think I tripped and rolled a little bit, and then there's a fence I have to climb. So I climb the fence. I'm right in the middle of the fucking ghetto. So now it's about one.
I thought you were going to say swamp.
No, I don't know which would have been worse. I guess ghetto's better than alligators.
Yeah, right.
So I start jogging, and then I see where I am.
Yeah.
And I'm scared shitless. And I hear stray dogs barking, and one car drove by me and looked like, what the hell's a white dude doing here? We're past one by now, and it's probably the fastest, longest I've ever run in my life.
Yeah.
I am booking, and finally I get into the part of the city, and my hotel's probably, I don't know, half a mile, a quarter mile, but I think, okay, I'm going to make it now.
Yeah.
So I get there, I go upstairs. I think it's about 1:30 to my room. I am sweating. I think in the last 2 hours, I was going to get murdered possibly twice. Once I was sure, the second one I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So I come in to tell my buddies. They just start laughing their ass off. I mean, I am frazzled. I'm one of the worst of my times in my life, and they just start laughing. Fuck you! They're drinking a beer. They could give to. I really needed some sympathy. I don't usually call upon others to help me out, but I needed some help, and none of those three. They were drunk and didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be back in 3 fucking days. And I tried to tell them the story, and I could tell they weren't fucking listening. So That was my.
That's how I would have handled that too.
Oh, I know, and I would have too, but that was a hell of a 10 or 11 hours in my life that I guess a lesson to be learned here. Maybe find out, go ahead, find out if your friends are actually in town before you go to visit them. Okay, we'll be back with Facts of the Week. Welcome back. Facts of the Week. We got to come up with a name for this. Facts of the Week explains what we're doing, but don't you think would it be good if we had a name and then Facts of the Week?
I mean, all of our other segments have shit named that has nothing to do with what they are.
Okay, let's work on that.
Okay.
Let's work. We'll come up with that.
Yeah.
Okay, I promised you 4 today, and that's what you're getting because we give you what you want. How many liked that last story? Awesome. I wasn't even supposed to ask how they liked that. It was if that ever happened to them. That's right. Yeah. How many of that happened to you? Yeah. Oh, you're full of shit. That didn't happen to you. That doesn't happen to anybody. That was like, what was the movie Airplane? He said, I think it was Airplane 2. He said, have you ever been thrown down in the mud and kicked with an iron boot? Of course you haven't. Nobody has. Sorry I asked.
Loneliness, that's the bottom line. I was never happy as a child. Christmas, Ted, what does that mean to you? To me, it was a living hell. You know what it's like to fall in the mud and get kicked in the head by an iron boot? Of course you don't. No one does. That never happens. Sorry, Ted, that's a dumb question. Skip that.
Yeah, if that should happen to you, you should have killed yourself long ago. Okay. This is a study that's gone on for 7 decades, nice. Which I approve of more than those leeches 36 fucking times in one Petri dish. Could have been the damn Petri dish, for Christ's sake.
That's right.
Okay, this is a 7-decade study of 8,300 people. Okay. That's more like it, right? Yeah. It was found that people that were judged least attractive by their high school yearbook picture had a higher risk of premature death.
I can't relate.
No, that's what I was going to say. I think you can. I think that's why I'm going to be the favorite in this contest. I have made it this far. I was no day at the beach, but I wasn't horrible. I've never seen your yearbook picture, but it can't be very fucking good.
No, that's
so
not true.
I got to think your time is right around the corner. But if you're watching it in 2054, you're liking us, right? Okay. you have any comment about that?
I got nothing.
Okay. Okay. Do people watch us in England?
They're not one of our higher countries.
Oh, good, because they're dumb as fuck.
Yeah. Well, you bash Hucklemuck too much. Right?
Oh, yeah, but they don't like him either, do they?
No, you're probably,
Okay. But anyway, new survey came out. 27% of British people believe that they could qualify for the LA Olympics in 2028 if they started working out right now. How fucking stupid are these people?
You can't tell me we're any better. Everybody thinks they're so much better than they are. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, and the Summer Olympics, what the fuck can we do?
Come on. No, absolutely not.
No, I'd say 0.00001% of them might be able to. No, 27%. That's your average asshole drinking ale in the goddamn pub, thinking he can. What can you do in the Summer Olympics? Everybody, and this isn't even true. Everyone in the Winter Olympics think they could do curling.
Yeah.
Because you just do that brush thing. Yeah. And it's probably way fucking harder.
I'm sure.
But the Summer Olympics, you got to run over hurdles or high jump or pole vault or be one of the best 12 basketball players. And, no fucking way. 27%.
They don't have big dongers in to knock off the pole vault thing.
That's right. Or that guy was from France. Yeah. So you people, have another glass of ale, a pint of ale, and put on Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, damn it, because you ain't doing the Olympics. You can set aside some time. All right. Now, here's maybe something that these British people could be in. Some teenage girls in Michigan staged the first ever international championship for hobby horse. This was initiated in Finland. The sport involves mimicking equestrian routines like jumping over obstacles and barrel racing while astride a stick with a fabric horse head.
Good God.
The competition drew 125 riders to the middle school gym, and one dad said, "This is actually really exciting."
How many? I want to know how many of those people are fucking furries. I'll bet
they're gonna be.
them.
They're gonna be. They're
Good
gonna
night.
be. Can you imagine that? So, okay, you British people, forget about the LA Olympics.
There you
but
go.
if you go to this middle
There's your-
school in Michigan, I think you could probably be in the hobby horse equestrian championship.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. And now, this is the one.
Mm-mm.
Our viral moment is here, and it involves you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah. And okay, you know I hate to blow smoke up your ass, which
Yeah.
I rarely do.
Mm.
I think you'd actually be really good at this.
Uh-oh.
There's a new sport.
Mm.
It's called Karjitsu, and it's fighters brawling inside a car. And it borrows the rules of jujitsu. Both
Okay.
fighters start in front seats. They use anything to choke, maul, and conquer their opponent.
Nice.
Co-founder Mike Salveras said, "There's something extremely visceral." What the fuck does that
Ooh,
mean?
visceral. That's a good one.
Do you know what it means?
Extremely violent.
He said there's something extremely visceral about watching these guys and gals go at it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, wouldn't you be good at that if you could fit in the car?
Yeah. We couldn't do it in Sully Z4.
No, we couldn't.
But
But damn, who could beat you up in a car? Wouldn't you be okay? Wouldn't you be pretty damn confident fighting a person in a car?
I don't know. Maybe.
There's no footwork involved. And no,
There's only so many places to go. They're not going
Right.
to outrun me. So yeah,
no,
I think I'd do all right.
I think you'd be really good at this.
Yeah.
I think we finally found something that you'd be really good at. I've been searching and searching for 20 years. I think we found your thing.
I didn't take jujitsu, but I did Muay Thai back in the day at that exercise warehouse. So maybe that would come in handy.
Mai Tai, that's a drink, right? Yeah. You didn't take that. Okay.
That's too foo-foo for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think we,
especially the front seat,
yeah, that's where you start.
because the back seat, there's more room to kind of maneuver.
Yeah, like how's someone going to get you?
Yeah,
Unless they can get the seatbelt around your neck, I
right.
guess.
Yeah,
And you could probably defend yourself.
I can barely
right?
get the seatbelt around myself to sit.
Okay, so there you have it, people. I think we're on to something here. Tiny in Karjitsu.
Yeah.
If any of you find out where the next Karjitsu competition is, let us know, because I think we got a winner, and then we'll be popular. We won't have to wait till 2054. Okay, we're going to be up real soon with the movie and music game, and we're going to see if Tiny and Paul G can continue their undefeated streak. Time for the movie and the music game, and even though the movie game is very popular, the build-up comes with the music game because Tiny and Paul G are still undefeated, and we got to see if they can continue that streak. But we're going to start with the movie game, and in the movie game, I give you characters in the movie, and you see if you can get it. So, man, I don't know if you're going to get this or not.
Uh-oh.
Like I said, the movies are getting harder. The music's getting a little easier, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Megan Orlovsky. Well, the first two. I would really think it's great if anyone really. You have to be a big fan of the movie to get Megan Orlovsky. I have no idea who she was, and I don't know who Gavin Merchant was.
Oh my.
Megan Orlovsky, Gavin Merchant. Now the names get a little stranger, so maybe it could ring a bell.
Okay.
Angel Dust. And I'm not going to tell you who plays Angel Dust, but it's a woman that checks both our boxes. I will say that.
Okay.
We've talked about her before.
Okay.
Okay. The next two characters only have one name. And you know the great ones only need one name.
That's right.
Weasel. So, for those of you playing at the home version,
wait a minute.
Megan Orlovsky, Gavin Merchant, Angel Dust, Weasel. You think you might have something?
Well, something rings a bell.
Well, let's
there with
keep
Weasel.
going. Ajax.
Okay.
Ajax is a character and also a foaming cleanser.
Ring around the toilet bowl.
And the last one, he's the star, but I can't give it his. He went by two names.
Okay.
But unfortunately, his other name is the title, so I can't give you that. Wade Wilson. Wade Wilson. So we got Megan Orlovsky, Gavin Merchant, Angel Dust, Weasel, Ajax, not the foaming cleanser, the actual actor or character, and Wade Wilson.
The only Wade Wilson I know is Deadpool.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know you get it from that.
Yeah.
Good job. You got a year?
Who? 2016.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. 2 for 2. And we haven't even got to where he's undefeated yet. Holy shit.
Who played Angel Dust?
Gina Carano.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we both
Yes.
like her a lot.
Yes. Yeah, she does a superhero landing.
I got to get her.
Have
in a
you
Would
watched this?
Yeah, I have.
So good.
We got to get her in a Would You Rather.
Yes.
She won't win, but me and you will take.
I don't care.
I already know.
It's
her
already
vote.
+2.
Yeah. Okay, now listen to this, because we give you the budget was $58 million.
Yeah.
You know how much this? $783 million.
Holy shit.
And that's just at the box office. That's not the extra shit. That's the box office.
And I guarantee the newest one out's doing better. Oh,
I'm
it's
sure.
fucking killing.
I'm sure.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to see
I
it.
haven't either.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the kids to go to school. I like to go in there by myself in the day.
Yes.
I guess I can go now.
There you go.
Okay, some facts about this movie. It was shot in 48 days. I think that's probably about average for most movies, wouldn't you think? Or no?
There's a good bit of CGI in there, though, so I don't know. Sure.
What the fuck is CGI?
Computer graphics.
Oh, yeah, there is. Okay. Well, should that take longer or shorter?
I don't know. If it's me doing it in there, it's going to take a hell of a
Oh! Take you 48 days to put your records in stacks down in your basement. Okay. Ryan Reynolds, who obviously played Deadpool, his full body makeup took 8 hours to apply.
Oh.
And once it was on, he was not able to sit or lie down.
Oh,
Isn't that some shit?
that sucks.
Obviously, they didn't do that every day of the 48, or
Still.
there'd be no time to damn film.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, and this isn't that interesting, but this is a question for you. And since you're 2 for 2, you might even know that. One of the characters was Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Mhm.
Oh, you know her?
I do.
And she was named after a song by the rock band Monster Magnet. Do you know them?
I know Monster
There
Magnet
you are.
very well. Yeah.
I figured you might.
Yeah, they have a lot. They have 2 or 3 albums they're in my
Really?
regular rotation. Yeah.
How many of you knew Monster Magnet? None of you. Just him. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. Deadpool, I liked it.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah. No,
They're all good.
Well, we haven't seen the latest one.
Well, no, but the
He's
first
with
2 are
Wolverine,
good.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm on fire.
You are on fire. Yeah, you even knew the trivia question. But as soon as I heard Monster Magnet, I said, yeah, this fucker will know them.
Yep.
Okay. I know you're going to know these. You're going to know these lyrics. In the music game, we give you lyrics. You guess the song title, the artist, and the year. If he can get the song title here, Paul G, they remain undefeated. Okay.
Don't cheat.
That's, yeah. You can stop after. You can pause it, but you can't cheat. Because we got ways of knowing. I saw her today at the reception, a glass of wine in her hand. I knew she would meet her connection. At her feet was her footloose man.
Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
You can't always get what you want.
Wow, bing, bing, bing. Can you go? You've never gone 5 for 5.
I don't think so.
Okay, this is big. You already got it. Paul G, you can relax because he's got it now, that undefeated streak. I think this could be a thing that it's like when someone keeps winning on Jeopardy, then more and more viewers come on. Yeah, tell your friends for next week because they're undefeated.
Oh, this is going to get me.
Okay, what year? Can't always get what you want by the Stones. What year did this come out?
1965.
1969.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I thought it was too late,
Wasn't the real early stuff.
Yeah.
But still, 4 out of 5 for you, and you got the trivia thing of Monster Magnet.
That's right.
That's pretty damn good. Okay. Like I said, stay tuned next week. The tension just keeps building and building and excites the hell out of everybody. We'll be back with what the hell am I? A quick argy bargy, but stay tuned because you've all been pissed about this. This pisses me off, and it's probably pissed off every one of you. When you're driving down the road and a car pulls out in front of you, and my definition of getting cut off is if you have to put on your brakes at all, he's cutting you off. If you have to apply heavy pressure to your brakes, that's cutting you off. But what is worse is when they cut you off and then they go slow. The other day I'm in North Park. A guy cuts me off. Actually, it was a woman. And then she goes 18 miles an hour. Now, here's the deal, people. If you're in a hurry, sit the fuck in the side road and let the other people go. No, if you're I'm sorry. If you're in a hurry, get out there. Oh, boy. If you're in a hurry, cut me off and step on the gas. If you're not in a hurry, sit the fuck there until there's wait time to go because you don't have to be there anyway. Yeah. Sorry to fuck that up.
Women drivers, am I right?
Yes. Where are we at? Okay, welcome to our most popular segment. We did Would You Rather last week, and we'll do it next week. So this week is Chili, etc. We do F, Marry, Kill, and then we do chili. You pour it on there. Have I done this enough? I'm supposed to explain this every time or no?
I mean, you kind of do, but I don't think you need to anymore. I think the people that know, and if they need to find out, then they can go back and watch old ones.
Okay.
Fuck them.
All right. Okay. Sorry, people. Do I have to repeat all these? Awesome. All right. This week, we are doing the 5 main women from the TV show Mom. Now, I called Tiny, texted him, and said, you watch this show? And he says no, which I knew that was the answer. So we're going to give you a little different twist this time. I do watch the show. So Tiny is going to give you, the rule was 1 out of F, Marry, Kill. Did you get the rules
I
at
did
least?
Get this right.
Okay. 1 out of F, Marry, Kill, and then 4 of the 6 of the other one, of the new ones we do that all of you know already, right? Yeah, awesome. I am doing the character, and Tiny is doing the actresses, because the actresses he can just look up, whereas the character of the show can be obviously different from the actresses. So I'll still keep score, but it really doesn't matter this time because we're not going after the same thing. So you're going after the 5, matter of fact, Allison Janney, Anna Faris, Jamie Presley, Mimi Kennedy, and is that Beth Hall? Beth Hall. And that's what Tiny's going to do. I'm going to do Bonnie, Christy, Marjorie, Jill, and Wendy. Okay. So, give us what you got.
So Allison Janney, it's funny, for as long as she's been around, I really wasn't all that familiar with a lot of stuff she's done. Really?
Because she has been around a long time.
I know, yeah. But I'm riding to Petrolia with her in the car. Centralia. What did I say? Petrolia. Yeah, either one.
Where the fuck is that?
It's on PA, I think.
Is it?
I think so. It's up near Oil City, isn't it?
Well, it sounds like it should be.
Yeah.
Petrolia and Oil City should be side by side.
I don't know.
Okay.
Centralia. I don't know. She's not the oldest on this list, but she has been around. So she's kind of like a poor man's Peg Bundy.
Okay. So you'll be interested to
hear her stories and whatever.
Okay.
Anna Faris, initially, I actually did my homework. And initially I was like, oh, she'll reveal some stuff. I kind of like this, But unfortunately, I'm ended up taking her to Arby's.
Oh, really?
I'm taking her to Arby's. Okay. It might, like you say, it might get a little messy, and I like where that might go.
All right.
And the only reason she wasn't, I was going to initially F her, but then I looked up Jamie Presley.
Yeah.
And goddamn, does she like to show herself off? And that changed my opinion mighty quick. So I'm Fing
You're
Jamie.
Her?
Yeah.
All right.
And then
once again, you're not killing anybody.
No.
You're the 9th month in a row after you bitched. I can't kill anybody more. You never kill anybody now. No. But that's okay. That's okay.
No. So Mimi Kennedy. This is one. I'm playing hopscotch here.
Okay.
I'm only running on one good wheel this week, and I kind of,
Okay.
She's the oldest of this group.
Right.
I kind of need that boost to the ego
Okay.
and get that win over her.
All
on
right.
hopscotch.
Okay.
And that leaves Beth Hall. And I had no clue who this person was. So in reading her Wikipedia,
Was she in anything else?
nothing I'd heard of.
Okay.
She's been in stuff, but nothing
I figured.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the one interesting thing I saw about her, she's a huge poker player.
Oh, really?
And so I'm going up to the Arch with her and Willie, and that'd be kind of cool, get a little fucked up, play some cards. So,
Okay.
so I'm going up the Arch with her. So that's my list.
Well, like I said, we aren't really going against each other on this one. Usually we hate when we do the same one.
Yes.
But since you're doing the actresses and I'm doing the character, we only have one the same, and for different reasons. But now it's time for me to go through mine. First of all, I'm going to Centralia with none of them because these characters are scary. You don't watch this show. They are all messed up and mentally.
Nice.
Every single one of them has so many issues. It's funny, and the writers do a good job of somehow tying it in and making it funny. But no. This might be the first time I haven't done a Centralia because I want no parts of being with any of these people for 8.5 hours. However, I will add this. I'm going to screw every one of them. So that's why I put a lot of thought into this. I'm going to screw every one of these women. And like last week, the last time we did this was like the Olympic people. I didn't even want to screw everyone. So I'm not like that every week. But this week I'm putting my full thought into how am I going to screw every one of these.
Good for you.
Okay. So Bonnie Plunkett, who is Allison Janney.
Okay.
I'm taking her up to the St. Louis Arch. And why? Of the characters, Bonnie's the one most likely to drop off the wagon. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't take too much to get her high. And then she's a wild one on this show.
Okay.
And I think I can get that weed from Willie, and we'd all smoke it, and she'd be nice and high. And Willie being, what is he, 90?
He's 80s, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's 88.
Okay. He's going to fall asleep. I'm going to do Allison. Nice. And then if Willie wants to do her after I'm done, I got no problem with that because my goal is just to do all 5 of these.
Okay.
Okay. So now we get to Christy, which is her daughter on this.
Yeah.
Anna Faris.
Yep.
I'm effing.
Yeah.
She is usually loose, but some guys she doesn't give it up to. Poor Justin Long, you know who he is?
I do.
He had a
hot wife in real life.
Yeah. But on this show, she wouldn't do him. And I mean, he did everything right. He went up, put up with her shit and did that. And then she just said she thinks she should take it slow. So I'm afraid that would be me because I'm a nice guy myself. So I'm taking there's no guesswork here. I'm effing her. So now I'm 2 for 2. Okay, Marjorie, which is Mimi Kennedy.
Okay.
That's the one we did the same hopscotch. But, okay, you're doing it for your ego.
Yeah.
She's 75 years old. She's going to get hurt playing hopscotch. I will comfort her after she hurts herself, and she'll be so happy that I'm doing that, and I'm elevating her and all that.
You can massage that groin pull.
The ground pull. What is that? The groin pull. Or if not the groin pull, if she fucks up her leg, I will elevate it, and then she won't be able to move. And boom, I'm in. So, and Marjorie, for an older woman, she was doing this Russian guy on there for a long time. That was no day at the beach. So I'm in there. Okay, Jill, who is Jamie Presley. Okay, I'm taking her to Afghanistan.
Oh,
so for one thing, 2 days in a crawl space with someone. I know I'm doing her several times.
Wow.
But then the bad part of going to Afghanistan with someone is when you get out of that crawl space, you don't know if you're in trouble or not. She is rich as fuck on the show. Like she has all kind of money. She'll be able to buy her way out. They'll like put the bayonet up or whatever the fuck they do these days, and she'll promise them some money, and we'll get out of the country no problem because I know that shit goes on over there. So I'm taking her to Afghanistan, and so I'm doing her. So I'm 4 for 4.
Okay,
and then this one was easy. Wendy, who is Beth Hall.
Yeah.
She's just so insecure and so lonely on the show. No one pays attention to her in the group. She never has a guy. So This is too easy. I decided I'd pour chili on her head, but I would have a rag and a dry thing there, and I'd help her out, and she'll be so appreciative that I'm helping her out, because nobody helps poor Wendy out that I'm nailing her too. So I'm 5 for 5 on the girls with mom.
Wow.
And so that's where we are there. Hopefully you pause so you can make your decision on your home version playing at home. We'll be back with Samurai Chatter. The great thing about Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, well, there's many great things, of course, as you know.
Where you start.
But we are flexible. And in between segments, I just got knowledge that this is the 12-year anniversary of Tiny wrecking on his motorcycle. And you want to give us maybe the Cliff Notes version of that? And then we're going to have a photo for you to see. And if anyone's under 18, please hide them. It could be damaging to your iris.
The quick story is I was coming home from a tattoo appointment and on Route 65, and in Leetsdale, someone lost their payload in the middle of the highway, and I found it on my motorcycle, and it hurt. And I ended up as a trauma case at AGH, and they cut all my clothes off and decided to send me home at 4 a.m. And the picture you'll see is that what they sent me home in. Is that quick enough?
Thank God you didn't get in another wreck, because if people would have seen you, they'd have run you over on purpose. He said he was afraid as he's laying in the road he was going to get run over. It would be like a wounded deer where people were putting them out of the misery. Or in this case, we've been putting themselves out of the misery seeing that shit. Okay, that's a little addition to Samurai Chatter. You're getting bonus coverage today. Right. Now, and I told you, this is a little different. We've never done this before. This is Would You Rather, non-sexual, but I came up with this bullshit, and it's would you rather be a certain person or another certain person?
Ooh.
And then I might have a backup for each one. So, without further ado, do you even know who Scotty Scheffler is?
I don't know that I do.
Okay, Scotty Scheffler is 28 years old, and he's the best golfer in the world.
Oh, okay.
So would you rather be Scotty Scheffler or Bill Gates?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Easy.
He's 68, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's buying up all the land. Are you
paying? Yeah, but are you going to get as much time to enjoy it?
Oh, yeah, because, well, if I'm Bill Gates, I'm going to have my head frozen like Disney. And I'm going to come back with a young body and, my mind and all my mental capacities intact.
Okay. I was not expecting that answer. We did get a live audience. I'm guessing you don't want to be in this, or do you? Well, I won't have any reason why. Just give us an answer. Okay. She said Scotty Scheffler, and I said Scotty Scheffler. Okay. With you, I have a backup. I said, would you rather be Scotty Scheffler or Bill Gates at 50? Now, you took Bill Gates at 68, so you already made your decision. Would you rather be the best golfer in the world making good money or being the richest man in the world at 50? I think I'd still take Scotty. Okay, she's taking Scotty. I think you bring him down to 50. I'm Bill Gates. Yeah, I think so. I think so. So, Tiny went with Bill Gates even though he's 68. Our live studio audience went with Scotty Scheffler the whole time, and I went with Scotty Scheffler first and Bill Gates at 50. Okay. Another similar type question. I think I know what you're going to – of course, I thought I knew you were going to answer last time. Would you rather be Patrick Mahomes or do you know who Josh Shapiro is?
Is he the political guy?
He's the governor of Pennsylvania.
Oh, him. Yeah.
Mahomes is 28. Shapiro is 51.
I'm taking Mahomes.
You're taking Mahomes?
Yeah.
Mahomes, and I am too. I think it would be nice to run a state, but
and he's probably going to run for president in a couple of years.
I think so. That's why I think he has a good chance at winning in a few years.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you want to bang hot chicks.
I imagine the governor bangs hot chicks, right?
I don't know what his wife looks like, but
but if you're the governor, you get the
side pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So everyone took Patrick Mahomes. Would you rather be Patrick Mahomes or Travis Kelce?
Ooh, I'm not a Swiftie, but I'll take Kelce in that case because now you're taking hot chicks with money.
And live studio audience, You're taking Kelsey, and I'm not a Swiftie either, but I am less of a Mahomes wife. I think she's kind of a bitch.
Yeah,
She likes to be in the camera all the time. So, I'm going to take the money and run too.
I just read, they're doing a what's the Adam Sandler golf movie?
Happy Gilmore.
They're doing a second one, and Kelsey's going to be in it.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you get to be in Hollywood and shit. Yeah.
Well, Mahomes does all those commercials.
Yeah, fuck that. With like Paul Amalu. Who gives a fuck?
Okay. He doesn't give a fuck, obviously. Of course, he's had 12 years ago. He got his head rattled on Ohio River Boulevard. That could explain some things.
My head never hit the ground. I can prove it.
Why? There's no dent in the fucking road. Okay. I may have to explain to our audience. Well, no, it's one of these people. You'll know both of them. Would you rather be Bill Belichick, he's 72, or Derek Shelton, who's 54? Derek Shelton is the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates. So do you want to be a guy that's had a great coaching career, but he's on the downside, or Derek Shelton, who manages one of the shittiest teams in the history of baseball?
Yeah. They're both doing okay for themselves in the woman department.
Oh, they are.
So that's a tough one. But I'm taking Belichick because his girl's younger, and I know he's older, but his girl's younger.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right. I'm going with Pirates. You're okay. Our live studio audience going with the Pirates. Derek Shelton.
Mm-hmm.
So now, all right, Shelton's 54.
Who'd you take?
Oh, that's right. I'm the Pirate guy too. I'll take Derek Shelton.
I actually really like him, but I don't think he's going to make it past.
Oh no, he doesn't got much longer.
Yeah.
He doesn't got much longer. He'll be a hitting coach for someone. And I knew our live studio audience wouldn't take Belichick because he almost hit her with a bike.
Oh, that's right. I remember that story.
Yeah, he almost ran her over. That would have been about a 12-year anniversary too.
I remember.
Okay. So I took Shelton, you took Belichick, and you took Shelton. Okay. Would you rather be whoever you chose or Steve Kerr?
I'm sticking with Belichick.
Steve Kerr's 58. He coaches the Warriors. And he's had several. How many NBA championships has he had?
He was on the second three-peat, I think.
And didn't he just do the Olympic team too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think he has 9 total because he was on the Spurs as a coach for some of Duncan's championships too. So he might even have more than that.
Okay. You're sticking with the Pirates? You're sticking with Belichick?
Kerr's politics drive me crazy. I can't
Okay,
stand it.
I didn't even know he had politics.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go with Kerr, but now I got one more here. So you're Belichick, you're Shelton, I'm Kerr. Would you rather be those or Mike Tomlin, coach of the Steelers?
Ooh.
He's 52, by the way.
Yeah. That's a tough one because that dude pretty much walks on water in this town.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I'm taking Tomlin, I think.
You're going Tomlin? You're Shelton versus Tomlin. We're doing a podcast here. Can you give me an answer? Okay. Our audience takes Tomlin. And I think I take Tomlin too.
Whoa.
All three of us, even though we were 3 different people there.
Yeah.
We came back with Tomlin. Me and you probably want to coach the Steelers. That wouldn't be your thing though, or would it?
I mean, the clout that comes with that position in that town, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. So we all like Mike Tomlin or his
and
life.
he's only 52.
That's true. That's true. Although that didn't stop you from the 68-year-old Bill Gates,
No,
did
it
it?
did not.
Okay. Last one. And now, have you guys been pausing like I tell you to do if you want to make your decision, when you're playing at home with our home version? Would you rather be LeBron James or Tom Brady? LeBron's 39. Tom Brady is 47.
Brady.
You'd rather be Brady?
That's a no-brainer.
You're Brady, and I'm Brady. Brady has one of the best lives ever.
I agree.
Okay.
And I know LeBron has billions, but I bet Brady ain't that far behind.
Oh, I'm thinking he might be. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Okay. So we all took Brady. Would you rather be Tom Brady or anyone else we've discussed so far?
Bill Gates.
You'd rather be Bill Gates?
Yeah.
Would you rather be anyone we discussed beside Tom Brady? You'd rather be Scheffler, the golfer. Okay. All right. I'm sticking with Brady. So I guess this answer only goes with, well, okay. So you're at Bill Gates. Yeah. You're at Scheffler. I'm at Brady. Who would you rather be than Tom Brady? You got your choice. You can stick with Gates. You can stick with Scheffler, but you have the whole world to choose from. These are pretty damn good questions I came up with. I'm patting myself on the back here. Yeah. This is Samurai Chatter, by the way.
Kelsey. Because age-wise, he's still in his prime, and they got all the money to spend and whatever. So
but you'd still rather be Gates than Kelsey, right?
Yes.
But you'd rather be Kelsey than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Okay. You still going to stick with Scotty Scheffler?
Sure.
Okay. And I put thought into the question, but not the answer. But Tom Brady, best of all time, and now he's going to announce for 10 years making how much money? I'm sticking with his life, so I'm being Tom Brady.
All right.
So do you have any announcements or anything you do? I thought you said you did.
I don't think we have anything.
No?
We had a couple comments. Flip likes to comment about being the first in line. He mentioned I replied to that.
But Flip still haven't given him a shirt, right?
He tried to make it to the last beer night and something fell through. Okay. So he wants to accept his shirt in person. Okay. That's what he said. So, and he would have missed the whole debacle of the flat tire. So, probably best he didn't come last week.
That's true. He wouldn't have taken you home with him.
No, I don't blame him.
No, me either. Okay. Well, we are now back in our rotation, and it's Stephen Wright this week.
Nice.
And Stephen Wright said, if you tell a joke in the forest, but nobody laughs, was it a joke? Okay, that concludes episode 66. Coincidentally, it's our 66 version, but that's the title, not the number. Episode 66. We'll be back next week with 67 with some special treats, I'm sure. I just don't know what the hell they're going to be. Thanks for staying with us. See you next week.
You know that shark bites with his teeth, dear, scarlet billows